Traditionally, sustainable cities means many things, but to me, sustainable city means resilience. It means that a city needs to be able to adapt itself and prevent all the challenges that it may have in the future. So, of course, smart cities is a concept that has been traditionally used and associated with technology, but smart means sustainable, achievable, measurable, timely, and realistic. This means that all the objectives that you need to achieve as a city in all fields, here today we're speaking about migration, need to comply with these all 5 letters of SMART. And it means really to try to sit down with all those stakeholders that are responsible of delivering certain issues. And immigration is particularly important because it's an area in which you have a lot of fragmented competences, in which the local level, particularly cities, are dealing with the everyday problems of or challenges of refugee and migrant integration. But at the end, the Ministry of Interior, central governments, and also regional governments are the ones also dealing with the more legal dimension of it. So this is why partnership is crucial in this area, and we need to have everybody sitting in the same table to tackle those issues. I think one of the crucial things that we have to deal with is exactly try, first of all, in certain countries, refugees and asylum seekers especially, while they are waiting for the approval of the refugee status, they are not able to work. So this is of course a problem because this creates risks in terms of social inclusion. So first of all, I think there is a legal dimension there in which states or central governments need to guarantee as much as possible that refugees and migrants as well, and even I would say undocumented migrants which are trying to get their residence permits, are allowed to work during their, I would say, formalization of their status. That's the first thing. The second thing is public-private partnerships. I think this is very, very important because without the private sector trying to create opportunities for refugees and migrants, there is going to be a lot of informality in the revenues that they get, and this would not revert also into public administration that would be able to create also public services in order to provide protection to those who are more in need. So in this case, I think it's very important for local governments, regional governments, national governments, together with the private sector, to experiment with new solutions. I think that the good point of local authorities is that many times they are the first ones who face several challenges. If we think about technology, for example, 5G, artificial intelligence, and so on, everything of these new technologies are actually being developed mainly at the urban level. However, we face regulatory problems of these new technologies that if we experiment at the local level with certain solutions with the private sector, also new models, new ways of blending financial mechanisms for investment in order to trigger new employment opportunities, then we can test which ones are working and then scale them up into other levels of government in order to translate it into more structural propositions at the national level by ministries and by the central government.